Hello, am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir. We can able to hear.
Yeah, and are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Great, thank you. We'll start in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Can you confirm one more time? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Great, thank you. I would like to welcome you all and thank you for joining the session on the weekend. I really appreciate it. So this session is an overview of the course which I am going to start from 10th June based on SAP robotics. You can say RPA, robotic process automation, SAP BTP overview, that is business technology platform, which is a cloud platform of SAP, and also UIPath overview. So it's a combination of 3 units, but mainly focusing on SAP RPA. So let me also introduce myself first. I'm Prasad Dikshit. I have 2 ventures into industrial automation and enterprise processes. I'm passionate educator and consultant having overall 18 years of experience. So today's agenda for this session is first to understand SAP's current position in the global market. Second, what is the role of intelligence in digital transformation journey of any scale enterprise? Third, what exactly hyper automation is? and how you can become part of these future technologies. Then let's also look at SAP's new launch products and other products which are there in this particular space, RPA market. Last but not the least, we'll also talk about the course which I'm going to start from 10th of June. Additionally, if time permits, I would also try to present you some business cases, and we'll also see one demonstration based on RPA. So, I hope everyone is working in SAP domain, so I don't need to explain about SAP specifically. As you all know that SAP is the market leader in enterprise software, and it started in 1972. But if you try to understand the current SAP's market position, so, as everyone knows, SAP is the market leader in enterprise software, and it is available in all major sectors. You can consider any sector: oil sector, aviation sector, manufacturing sector, pharma sector, chemical sector. Name any sector, there will be product, related to the sector available with the SAP. Then approximately 77 to 80% of SAP transaction, capex transaction, or you can see invoice transaction revenue touches to SAP system. So it is, as you can see the scope and the how vast it is, how big it is. Then SAP supports artificial intelligence and ML with robotic capability. All these technology it supports. SAP has approximately 4,40,000 customers across the globe. It supports intelligent suite with fully digital platform for integrated application. That means various applications you can connect with SAP, non-SAP, cloud to on-premise applications you can connect to SAP. Right now SAP has 30 million plus cloud users, and it's the largest cloud portfolio of any provider. So in the last, I don't know how many of you have seen the last quarter one 2020 this year. SAP has almost achieved 26 to 30% of growth in their cloud business. SAP offers 100 plus products in various sectors and various domains. As you all know, SAP HANA is the famous product. It's in-memory computer to process vast amount of data. And SAP has approximately 1 lakh plus employees around the globe, spread in 180 countries. So that's brief about SAP's current market position. In this particular session, we'll focus mainly on intelligent enterprise. So let's try to understand what is an intelligent enterprise. So as everybody knows that, now the enterprises of any scale, they are transforming from, on-premise system to cloud system. Slowly and gradually, they are transferring their or rolling out their units to cloud system. And it's not just digital transformation, but along with that, now the companies are focusing on intelligent digital transformation. So what is the meaning of exact intelligent digital transformation? So intelligent digital transformation is nothing but adopting various intelligent tools, technologies which are available in the market, which are mature technologies in the market. So that comprises of IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, automation. Then you have virtual reality, then chatbots based on machine learning or artificial intelligence. So these are various tools which are available in the market. So adopting those tools and transform it digitally to the cloud. So that we can say intelligent enterprise. See, now it's not something like automation or all these tools where all these are new to the industries or new to the enterprises. They were already there, but now if you see the scenario, these tools are, or these technologies are so much matured now, and then you see these technologies around you. So now you just open your phones are also smartphones. You see machine learning, artificial intelligence, robotics, many industries are automated now. So it is, as you can see in the graph also, it is not something like new technologies, but now these technologies are used to cater high value tasks. Earlier it was only limited to automation, but now it is catering to solve high value tasks. So this is how the transformation is being done of any intelligent enterprise now. It's not just industrial automation, but now it is moving towards intelligent enterprise. Why these adopting of these technologies or adopting of these new tools are necessary for any enterprise now? Because there are several reasons, or there are, I should say, there are several challenges that any enterprises is going through. Let's also discuss about those challenges. First challenge, I would say, is the volatile market. Especially after pandemic, you have observed, and now there is also war situation is going on. So market is so much volatile that you can't even predict. New things are coming up, new technologies are coming up, various micro factors are affecting to the sectors, to the industries. So it is completely changing, ever changing, I should say. And every enterprise of any scale, it's not just like big industry, but of also mid-scale enterprises, small scale enterprises have to be sustained in such volatile market or ever changing market. So that's the biggest challenge they have right now. Second challenge that I would say is data to value. Within the organization, main, they, as per survey, I should say, SAP survey, I should say, that every big industries or organizations have approximately 80 to 120 different applications. That means we can say it is complicated IT infrastructure. So every infrastructure has to be maintained, has to be taken care, and there are also resources engaging maintaining all those various applications. So it is completely IT complicated IT infrastructure. So for an example, for HR, you have some different application, maybe Workday application. For CRM, you may have some Salesforce. For warehouse related, you have some different application. Within the various transactions also, there are various applications. ERP, they might be having SAP. So this big organization, even mid-scale organization with high value, have different line of softwares, and that becomes their IT or their data very complex. And that sometimes it generates not, it may not be valuable to the industry, but it becomes sometimes liability. For example, now let's say if there is a case that their marketing department is running campaign for their customers, and they want data of their customers, and without knowing that they already have data in their other system, maybe in other application, they start again collecting data from their customers. So that means they are repeating their processes. They even don't know that they have this, they already have this data, but it is lying somewhere in others, available in some other system. So it is kind of a data repetition, wastage of time, data wastage, I should say. So it is not really generating value to any organization. So there are siloed process between the departments within the organization, no connection between the within the departments. So that is generating repetitive data, wastage of data, and the people who are working on it or resources who are working on it, they have to work on that particular processes, or they have to download those data, they have to work on those data. So data repetition is there, again and again they have to work on the same thing, maybe daily they have to work on same thing. So a monotonous job for them. So that kind of things are already there in the enterprises. So that I should say it's a second challenge, complicated IT infrastructure. And third could be, I should say, data to value, which is not really generated. Because of that, it is not generating real values, and somewhere it is generating complicated process. I know these are such big challenges. So how can we solve these? problems. How can we tackle these problems? So we need some smart application, some smart tools in the place which can synchronize or govern all these data, or all these processes, or all these resources which are there with the industry. Now there comes one more challenge, and that challenge is scarcity of resources, scarcity of skilled resources, I should say. You get resources in the market. If you put any job post, you will get thousands of resumes, but the problem is skilled resources. I'm talking about skilled resources, and every industry is facing this particular challenge. They don't get skilled resources where they want actually. So to solve all these challenges, you need some applications, some right tool, and to work on those tools, you need some good resources as highly skilled resources, and they are also not available, properly available in the market. So according to survey in the US, almost there is a scarcity of 60%, almost scarcity of skilled resources. So every industry is going through, of any scale, is going through all these challenges nowadays. So if we just summarize, those challenges are IT complex infrastructure, then data to value, it's not generating real value, data repetition, data wastage, then repetitive of processes. Person has to work on same processes daily, on daily basis. Then you have ever changing market, volatile market, and there is a scarcity of resources. So all these are big challenges for any enterprises now. But they have, at the same time, industries or all these enterprise has to sustain in the market. Although these challenges are there, but they have to go, and they have to be ahead in the market with compared to their competitor. So more sustainability is required, more resilience is required, and of course finally it is going to generate a profit to them. So that is why all these it is not just digital transformation, but now it is an intelligent digital transformation, adopting all these new age tools, and that includes artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic automation, and various all these tools. And all these tools are now necessary for any industries. They will not be able to survive in the future if they don't adopt it now. Okay, so they have to sustain in the market, and that is why they need all these tools. Okay, so moving going forward. So when we talk about, just a second, just hold on, there is. Okay, so when we talk about the challenge, which was the scarcity of resources, so now who will handle all these challenges, or all these problems? Since there is you know there is a problem in the market that you don't get right resources, and or I should say skilled resources. So how can we solve all these problems? How can we solve all these challenges? So no, what is happening now? All these companies, all these providers, all these developers are now moving towards new kind of program, or I should say development, and that is called something called as citizen development. So why not to use existing resources which are there already with the company, or with the organization, and why not to train them? So instead of getting skilled resources from outside, those could be costly also, and there is also scarcity of those resources, shortage of those resources. Then instead of that, why not to train existing resources? And then there is a problem. You need some coding background, you need some development background if you want to develop such applications in your system. So that is why these companies are developing various tools in such a way. Those are based on LCNC, that is low code and no code tools, which can be used by various developers, or which can be used by existing resources. So who can use these tools, and who can use these applications or softwares to develop various applications in the system or for the enterprises. So if I consider all those resources, so I have categorized all those resources in three different categories. First is if you are SAP functional consultant, or if you are SAP solution technical architect. So since if you are a functional consultant or solution architect, mainly if we consider as domain expertise, then you already know your domain area. You are already expert into that, and as well as you also know the pain area of your customer or your client. So where they have the problems, where they have these data related issues, where they have this data synchronization problem, you already know, being an expert into that particular domain. For example, you are from SAP SD or MM or PP, any domain, you know that domain very well, you know you are expert in that. But the only problem is you do not have, some people, not all, some people do not have coding background or development background. So how can we develop all these tools? Since you know the challenges, you know there are problem pain areas of customers, but the problem is you do not have coding background. So that is why all these new age technologies are based on LCNC, no code and no code tools, where without even coding skills, you will be able to develop various applications, and you can also deploy them in the at the client space. So that all those now consultants will be called as citizen developers or citizen development or business developers. Those without even having these coding background or programming skill, they will be able to handle all these tools. They can develop various applications in the system, and they will be able to solve all these problems. The second category would be SAP technical consultant. So you already have the background of coding or programming, then it is an additional skill set for you. Since you know how you can customize anything. So, if you have, let's say, JavaScript knowledge, .NET knowledge, or you already know about ABAP coding, then, somewhere you have that programming mindset, and using that you can upgrade your skill. You don't have to develop everything from scratch. You don't have to start from start your programs from scratch. You can use whatever tools are available in the market, and those are LCNC tools. So all these tools which I am talking, SAP has developed all these tools now in their portfolio, and you can use all those tools. You can take help, get the help, and you can develop various applications, customize various applications as per your customer's requirement. And the third category would be non-SAP people. So those who do not have SAP background, or maybe freshers or beginners, maybe some people are also end users of SAP. For them also it is useful to get into this particular area, because as such, you don't need extensive background, as I have mentioned, but still you will be able to handle all these tools. And using all these tools, you will be able to develop various business cases in the SAP domain, or you can say even non-SAP domain. So all these tools, you see, we have discussed about the technologies also. The new age technologies are robotic automation, IoT. Then you have artificial intelligence, ML based services. To work on all those services, now you can use LCNC, low code no code tools, which are offered by SAP and various companies, and using that you will be able to develop various applications in the system. Okay. So as you know that there are various companies now, they are already into intelligence space. I have already I have got this screenshot from their respective websites. Accenture, IBM, Capgemini, TCS, everybody is now on, all these companies are already in this intelligent domain space. They have their separate practices. I don't know how many of you heard about Wipro had released 6 to 10 bots in SAP, and they are also launching couple of bots. TC has developed various bots, that means robots, and IBM has its own RPA software. Then all these two companies have their separate practices, to develop various applications for their customers, and those applications are nothing but automations, or all these robots, all these AI ML based utilities, all these applications, they have separate practices. So you can also visit their website, you can check all these websites, and you can read about their practices. So, in this particular course, as I have mentioned, it is divided into 3 parts, 3 units. So I'll be teaching about, we'll be starting with SAP BTP, which is Business Technology Platform. You can say it's a prominent platform of SAP, which is offered as a service, platform as a service, and which has many services available. As you can see over here, you can have blockchain, you can develop various mobile applications, you can develop robots, you can you can have integration between non-SAP to SAP applications. Then you can develop various user UX related activities, then smart analytics, machine learning related applications, then workflows, cloud-based workflows, IoT. So many things are available and offered by SAP now on BTP platform. Okay, so BTP platform basics, we are going to learn from administrative point of view, how we can set up this BTP, and how we can work on it, and how we can use those services that we are going to learn in this particular course. The main focus of although BTP is offering so many services, our main focus would be RPA service, robotic process automation service. That would be our main focus. So that would be our second unit. And as you can see, the result of this particular cloud services, last quarter result of SAP, as you can see, almost they have got 33% of cloud gross profit, and they are SAP is now more and more focusing on their cloud-based services and cloud-based products. So we are going to learn BTP in this particular course, basics of BTP from administrative point of view. Then we will then focus on second unit, that is SAP RPA, which is robotic process automation, which is used to automate various business cases within the organization. So that means every organization, or you can say every scale of enterprise and their departments, line of businesses, have manual work, repetitive work, monotonous work. So all those work we are going to automate using the LCNC tool offered by SAP, and that is RPA, various RPA tool offered by SAP, that we are going to learn in this particular course. So recently SAP has also launched one more tool. They already have different tools, but looking at demand, they also have launched SAP process automation. That is one more tool they have launched based on BTP. It is more focusing on hyper automation. That means end-to-end automation. So in short, hyper automation is nothing but you have out-of-box solution for process optimization, reduce operational cost, operational expenditure, orchestrating and automating your data. And it's something like for everywhere. So for all line of businesses within the organization, within the enterprises, for everything, for all the process which are there within that particular department also, and for everyone. So those who are working in that particular department, for everyone, you can automate various processes which are manual right now, or which are repetitive, which are bulk, you can say, or which requires a lot of applications to get the data and to load into SAP system. So those kind of applications. So that means you can also connect to non-SAP systems. and not just connect, but it can be, to connect to cloud-based systems also, maybe SaaS related applications also, and on-premise applications also, SAP and non-SAP. So, you can have multiple combinations, and you can automate that particular. You can get data from there. You can, automatically you can fetch data, and you can save data into SAP system, or get data out of SAP system and store it into some other applications. So like that, you can connect various systems together. You can achieve data orchestration within them. You can break siloed processes. That means within the departments, wherever is the gap, you can connect it. You can refill that particular gap. And being, if you are function consultant, you already know where are the gaps, where are the problems of that particular customer, and how we using all these LCNC tools, you can automate all those processes. And if you're technical consultant, as I mentioned, it is an additional skill for you. You don't have to start from scratch. You can, whatever is there available in the system, you can start from there, and then you can, on the top of that, you can have, if there is extreme customization required, then you can help any functional consultant even.
Sir,
Okay.
I have a question here. May I
Yes.
proceed with the question?
Yeah, no issues. Or we can have see one demonstration, and then we can have a question. Is it fine? Hello.
And for beginners who are new to this,
Mhm.
you will give them, like, you will provide, you will give them training from the scratch, right? From the grassroots level,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
So we will discuss about all the questions. Okay, so what we are going to do over here is, we are going to work somewhere. We are going to work in the as a part of hyper automation to automate various processes in SAP. And along with this, in the third unit, we also will have an overview of UIPath. So when you learn about RPA process of SAP, it will be also easier for you to learn about UIPath. See, many people, I don't know how many people have heard about UIPath, but UIPath is again one more tool which is leader in this particular automation domain. And we will also have an overview of UiPath. So it's a combination. This course is
So you
combination
will
of
give overview of UiPath or complete end-to-end knowledge on UiPath. I mean, just an overview or complete end-to-end knowledge on UiPath.
So it is something like RPA. SAP RPA we are going to learn end to end, and with compared to RPA, I'll show you how it works in UiPath. Okay, so it would be easy for you to learn also UiPath. So you can have multi-skill development.
Okay.
So let's also see the demo. So how this automation works. So here, are you all able to see the video?
Yes.
Yes.
So there are various services which you can connect them or join them together. So over here, I've used chatbot. Over here you have SAP UI5 based screens, and then you can get data from there. You can use even SAP Fury Launchpad, which is there on the cloud. Then you can connect that with chatbot. Then from chatbot you can interact with the system. So it's a part of hyper automation, although we are not going to learn about chatbot, but RPA process we are definitely going to learn. So here, somewhere now internally it is calling that particular bot, and that particular bot will further process the transaction, and it will, whatever is your requirement coming from your chatbot, it will enter into SAP system. So it is now connecting to on-premise system, and it doesn't matter. It can connect also to cloud-based systems. If you have any SaaS-based application, Ariba, if you are working with SuccessFactors, You know, all these systems, you Concur, you can connect to field glass, even non-SAP system which are cloud-based. You can also connect to RPA workflow. So there is also workflow management in the cloud on based on BTP. So that also you can connect from RPA. So various services you can join, combine them together to achieve hyper automation. So you are here, you will get email which is generated by a bot. So once you approve, then further process will take place. Again, new bot will trigger. There is one more place I mentioned here, planned maintenance. See here, I'm chatting from mobile now. Telegram, if you know Telegram application, from there I'm connecting to SAP on-premise system. So various combinations you can achieve.
Sir, in this program, you will also cover.
Hello, I didn't get your question. Can you repeat the question? So over here, if you
FICO,
want to,
MM.
yeah, can you repeat your question? I think there was some problem.
Yeah, I'm asking in this program, in this
Mhm.
course, you will also cover the module of SAP FICO, MM, SD, all
Yes,
these modules, or only
yes.
the RPA module?
No, no. See, we are going to learn business cases. So through RPA model, we are going to learn business cases. For an example, SAP PP related case, SAP SD related case, MM related case, business cases. And if you are from, let's say, if you are from finance background, and if you have any specific case in your mind, that also we can include in the course. Okay.
Sir, I
So
couldn't hear you that time. Sir, could you please repeat yourself once again, please?
am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, we are going to work on various business cases related to various domains. Okay, so that includes maybe SD or MM related processes. And if let's say if you are from finance background, and if you have any case in your mind, that also we can include it in the course. Got it, right?
So basically, we'll also cover FICO, MM, all this SD module, right? A part of it
Yes, from RPA point of view.
from RPA point of view, right?
Yes, yes. So business cases, all these live business cases we are going to handle in the course. So we'll create maybe a sales order automatically. We will create sales order, or some finance related, maybe mass asset upload. All these things we can check, or maybe we can have sometimes account receivable, account payable, all these processes. If you are getting emails, we'll check how bot can read email, how bot can download emails, how bot can transfer data to SAP system. If you are from HR background, and if you have maybe access to success factor system, will we can develop case where we can scan resumes, PDF files. Then we can bot will scan, of course, bot will scan resumes, and then bot will upload the data into success factor. All these cases we'll see in the course.
Sir, I am from telecom background currently.
Mhm.
So how can I utilize this RPA skill, this entire program skill into my telecom industry or finance industry?
So telecom, are you working as a ACP consultant or core?
No. I am in a support and coordination based role.
Okay.
Basically, we publish the optical fiber networks and serve the UK premises.
Okay, so from
I mean,
software,
customer.
software point of view, how do you work?
Software point of view, I just support. It's a support role, support based role, sir. We
Hmm.
just it's a semi-technical and support-based role.
Mhm.
We design and plan the optical fiber networks. There's a mechanism of Piper over there. We connect with we connect the I mean we connect the splitters and CBT to the nodes and publish the networks and serve the UK premises, just like the broadband connection in India. Over there we have optical fiber networks in
Okay.
UK.
See, from hardware point of view, this is RPA means you have this software automation, right? So so let's assume that if you have something called as ticketing system, okay, where I'm just assuming, okay, you know the cases better. Okay, so if you have something called as ticketing system, you can automate ticketing system for your customer. They can or you can they can raise tickets if they have any complaints or grievances, and you can automate them, and you can provide it to your system engineer automatically. All these system you can inform to your customer. All these things you can do automatically. You don't have to involve any person for that. This is just example, your industry. From finance point of view, if you ask me, there are so many cases in finance, because some finance transactions are little complicated. So they have month-end related activities, weekend activity, daily activities, then year-end
Yes, yes.
activities. Yeah, so you daily, maybe you have account receivable, payables, all these transactions. You have to get data from one system, then you have to upload data to another system. All these manual work, repetitive work, you can completely automate. It will work as your helper. Okay, so all these bots will work as a helper, and you will be able to develop it for your customers, so that you can deploy those. You can make it available, all these bots, to your customer, so customer can use it for their daily transactions. They don't have to work all those transactions manually. So they can get data from one system, they can upload data to another system, they can achieve data orchestration. They can completely, you can schedule all those bots even on weekends, Saturday, Sunday. So if you come to office on Monday, the system will be available to you, data will be available to you from bot. Okay, all these processes you can automate.
Hello, sir. This is Kshitij Nirmal. Actually, I
Yeah.
am working as a SAP test lead
Okay.
from 13 years, and I am mostly automated the testing scenarios or SAP scenarios through UFT and Selenium.
Mhm.
So, is this course is also helpful for me
Yes.
for future growth?
Yes. So Selenium is kind of automation.
Yeah.
Okay. So here through RPA, you are going a little bit advanced.
Okay.
Okay. Since we are also going to connect to artificial intelligence and machine learning. So in the course, we are also going to learn artificial and intelligence, but for that you don't require any programming background. Okay.
Okay.
Since I have mentioned, all these tools are based on NCNC, that is low code and no code. So without even
Okay.
writing single line of code, you will be able to develop application. And
Okay.
why this process is required? Because these industries having these challenges of skilled resources, getting skilled resources, and that is why they have developed all these smart tools. That even if you are domain expert, you can also work on these tools and just deploy them.
Okay.
Okay, and if in case you are from technical background and any extreme customization is required, in that case you can take the help of any technical person, but without that also you will be able to develop various applications. And
Okay.
from technical point of view, if the person is from technical background, then that person does not have to start from scratch. Just by using these tools, on top of that he can write various applications.
Okay. So it also covers API testing, API scenarios, program interfaces, and all.
Yes, APIs.
Hey Prashant.
Yeah.
Hey Prashant, this is Prem.
Is it fine?
Sir,
Is it fine to all that we will finish this particular presentation, and then we will discuss on the question and answer?
Sure,
Yeah.
Prashant, go ahead.
Okay. If you want, you can also type your questions in the chat box. I'll discuss that also, and one to one also we'll discuss it. Okay. So let's continue this demo. This is maintenance person who is with this equipment, and there is some damage to that particular equipment. So he's sending his request maybe from mobile, and then that is received in the SAP automatically. So no, without any manual intervention. After that, maybe supervisor will see all the requests, and he will create maybe work order or something like that, or maintenance order. Okay, and now he has got received message in Telegram that notification is generated in SAP system. So all these scenarios you can develop, various scenarios that you have with your domain, you can develop and you can automate. And being expert, if you are functional consultant, being expert, all these cases very well, and where this manual work is there for that particular customer. So you can, one by one, you can start automating them. So, when we talk about RPA advantages, as we have already discussed, it reduces the burden on IT. We don't have to involve IT all the time. It is always accurate, because whatever is, received from one system, same it will pass to another system. There will not be any manual intervention. Sometime it may happen that if you are from finance department, daily, if you are doing that work, and if you have month-end pressure, in that case you miss something, and mistype something, and in that case there could be problems in the system. So it will be all, in bot case it will be always accurate. Then productivity rate is high. Reliability is also high. See, it is something like, the process right now, existing process, if it is taking 2 to 3 days of time, it will do that work within some minutes, or within some hours. Okay, not even hours, I should say in minutes. So if you are doing that work, there are so many cases available with SAP. They have automated for their customers. One customer, as I remember, it's actually European company, I think, one European company into beverages, and they had this finance related process, manual process. They used to run that particular process for approximately 6 to 7 days, from taking data from one system to another system. Lot of things, lot of people also involved in that particular team to compile all this data. After implementing this particular bot, they could execute that same process within 10 to 15 minutes. So you can imagine how much reduction or operational cost they have reduced, how much resource time they have reduced. And you don't have to you don't have to involve your resources in monotonous processes. It's not something value addition for that particular employee. Okay, so if you are working on the same task daily, it's not value addition for any employee. So it is just like part of its his or her job, but they have to do because it's their job. But after some days they get bored. It's because it is mundane job, it is monotonous for them, and it also lead to employee demotivation somewhere. And that is this data is available with SAP. Yeah, I don't know how many of you have heard about it. I think Qualtrics system that they have. From there they have took this survey. They have surveyed various enterprises, and they have got this data how much these employees are demotivated because of these repetitive and mundane tasks. All these tasks you can reduce it. You can provide all these bots as a helper to them. Of course, it is cost-cutting technology. You don't have as such. TOS is very less. Then it's abide to the rules, compliance. So it follows all the rules to provide audit-free trial. No coding is required, as I mentioned. Then consistent. So reliable. So you can even schedule your bots on weekends, early mornings, nights. So it is not something like they will get tired and they will stop their work. It's not like that. So it's it is automated process, scripted process. That it can run as per your schedule. And also you can start if you want. Sometimes it may happen that you don't want to schedule your bot, you want to start your bot manually. After that, manual bot will do its work automatically. That is also possible. Okay, so there are various advantages going with RPA. There are so many providers available in the market. Leaders, since UiPath, automation, anywhere, Blue Prism, all these are market leaders. They were already in the market before SAP. From SAP point of view, SAP, which we are going to work, it's a iRPA. Okay, the product name is iRPA, Intelligent RPA. that we are going to work in the course, and we are going to use that. And based on RPA, and there is also one more service, workflow management. SAP has recently launched one more product, that is SAP Process Automation, which I have showed it to you. So SAP is now major contender in this particular area, and as you can see, their plan is to automate. They want to achieve hyper automation. So approximately, it may be higher aim for them, but by 2025 they want to automate 60% of their customers. Okay, so that is what I have read somewhere on their blog, that they want to automate. That is what they target, they have kept at 60%. And so far right now, if you see the existing scenario, approximately 6 to 7% of enterprises are automated, and within them also approximately 40 to 50% processes are automated. So there is huge scope. You can see, I mean, up to 60%. You can imagine how many customers they have globally. And not just SAP, even non-SAP systems you can automate. So unlimited scope, I should say, for all the people, all the consultants. Even if you are a functional consultant, technical consultant, or even non-SAP background, you all have scope in this particular domain. Learn all these cutting edge technologies and to upgrade your skill, and of course to automate. And it's not something like old now, because already it is trending in the market. RP is already $1 billion industry. Okay, so see here, over here, RPA market base. If you look at RPA market base, it's already $1 billion industry. And if you look at the global market scenario, right now, fastest growing market is APAC region. North America is the largest market so far, but now, as you can see, APAC 36.3% every year annual growth rate it is having right now. So huge market. Already it is $1 billion market. So where you can apply RPA in all the sectors. You can consider any sector: agriculture sector, mining sector, manufacturing sector, banking, finance sector. Banking in India, banking finance sector is leading sector right now in RPA. Okay, those who are into banking and finance, they are, those enterprises, they are already adopting RPA at a large scale into their different categories also. So finance, insurance, real estate, then you have government sectors, you have various utility sectors, all those sectors.
Can I apply RP in telecom sector?
Yes, every sector you consider. See, in telecom sector also you have manual processes. It's not something like in telecom process everything is automated, right? So so you have multiple applications even in telecom sectors who need data to get data from one system and send data to another system. So it is not something like the telecom sector is automated, completely automated, and it runs on a bot completely. So it's not like that. So even in telecom sector, you already have multiple applications. So you can achieve data synchronization within those applications. And not just all these industries, but within industry also, all the line of businesses. That means all the departments, be it HR department. If you consider HR department, you have automatic onboarding process, you have automatic resume scanning process. If new employee is joining and you want to allocate resources to that particular employees and you need approvals, then that can be also automated. Many processes you can automate. If you are from production planning background, you can automate scheduling. You can automatically create work orders, like that you can do that. Then if you are from plant maintenance, you can also have automatic plant preventive schedule. Maybe from SD point of view, many cases are available. MM point of view, you'll also see the cases. So all line of businesses, for all line of business and for everyone. So it is not like for 2-3 members, for all the resources.
Sir, I need to drop off now. I just have one last question. That do you provide placement assistance after this course?
Yes, I do provide.
Sorry?
I do provide, yes.
And you also provide internship, right?
So it is not completely internship in the sense paid internship. It is called as hands-on session. that I'm going to discuss it in some time. So if you
Yeah,
can
so
continue.
I believe you will be doing it in the weekends, right?
See, we have group. So far, those who have participated in my course, we have created one WhatsApp group, and we handle various business cases after the course.
Yeah, actually, sir, I'm a working professional. I only get time in weekends. So it will be helpful if I get an opportunity to do some hands-on internship sort of things in
Yes,
the
yes,
weekend time.
it is as per your schedule, the way you want to learn. It's not
Okay.
something like every day you have to work. Okay, so
Thanks.
if you can stay for 10-15 minutes, I'm going to explain that. Okay. So, for all the, as I mentioned, all the sectors and all the departments you can automate. So here some cases for some examples, if you are working from asset management or finance background, mass asset acquisition, creating business partners, these processes you can automate, various finance related processes, supplier invoice from email, mass lock, unlock cost centers, list GL accounts, all these processes. Then from HR point of view, employee onboarding, success factor integration, resume scanning, SDMM point of view, create SO from data, creation of contracts, create quotation, create inbound delivery. SAP has released approximate so far they have released approximate 300 bots. Okay. These are out of box bots available in the SAP system, and on top of that, you can also develop your custom bots. So every month they release new bots, for various line of businesses and various products also. So even if you are working from business one, SAP business one, SAP by design, if you are working, they RPA has good support for those tools also, or for those applications also. Okay. Then from PP point of view, if you are from basis point of view, then if you have basis background or administrative point of background, then for from course point of view, we are going to learn how you can set up the BTP process from administrative point of view, and also for RPA projects you need basis team, yeah, to set up maybe infrastructure. So for them also it is useful. So various process you can automate from SAP iRPA advantage. If you consider SAP's, particularly SAP product, that is iRPA product based on this RPA technology, you have various advantages, competitive advantages you can say, and you have the best advantage you get while working with SAP iRPA is you have tight integration with SAP related systems. So if you want to connect to SAP SuccessFactor, Ariba, SAP on-premise S4HANA system, or on-cloud S4HANA system, you have best integration mechanism available within iRPA. Then if you are working with all these new age interfaces, SAP UI5, Fury related application, those applications also you can connect, and you can automate those processes over there. So it has tight coupling, or you can say integration with SAP related application and products. Then pricing point of view also, it is very much flexible. There are a lot of factors in the pricing process. Then there are pre-built bots, as I've discussed so far. 300 plus bots are available, readily available uh, in the SAP system. So it is something like time to value also. Immediately you can implement all those bots, and you can quickly show it to the customer. You can launch or deploy it at production server, and then you can run that. So you save the time also, implementation time also, project time also you save. Okay, so all pre-built bots are also available. From RPA job point of view, there are a lot of opportunities available. There is also certification available in SAP Extension Suite developer. It is part of Extension Suite actually. SAP RPA developer, citizen developer, techno-function consultant, RPA developer, solution architect, business analyst, specialist. So many types of jobs available, job descriptions. And as I have mentioned that, if you consider from market point of view, BFSI sector is highest growing sector in this particular RPA domain, and is it estimated that 140 million jobs equivalent will undertake by 2025, RPA will undertake. So it is like an assistant. So last but not the least, about the course. So I'm going to start this course from 10th of June, from Friday. Okay, and the course will be divided into, it will comprise of 3 units: SAP BTP Basics, okay, from administrative point of view. Second, which is our main focus, you can say unit, RPA. End to end we are going to learn. We are going to connect to cloud system also. We are going to connect to on-premise system also, and various non-SAP applications also. We are going to learn various business cases, SD point of view, MM point of view. All these things will be within that particular unit. And I'll also giving an overview of comparing iRPA and UIPath. So we'll have the overview of UIPath also, which you can pick up very fast later. Okay, so I have weekdays batches and weekend batches. In the morning, 8 to 9 weekdays, Monday to Friday, and on the weekends I have Saturday, Sunday, 8 to 10 batches. The course, I should say, not fees but investment, it is 15,000. So if you want to enroll for this particular course, then you can just by paying 1,000 rupees you can start. And before starting the course, that means before 10th of June, you can pay rest of the amount. Then approximate course duration is 1 month. And as I mentioned, and I was discussing about the hands-on session, after the course also I'll be providing placement assistance. And if you want to see, it is not something like within the course we have relation. After that also, if you want to continue, you want to handle business cases, if you in your organization, if you have any business cases and those you want to implement, you want to develop various POCs for your customer, and you want to demonstrate for your customer or to your team, then we can develop it during that hands-on session. So we can extend that particular, after the course you can extend it, and there is no time limit for that. So even if you are from SAP or non-SAP background, you can continue and you can develop various business cases during hands-on session. Okay, my number is over here. It's the same WhatsApp number, 99701-86543. And as I mentioned that if you want to enroll, you can start by paying 1,000 rupees, and before starting the course, you can pay rest of the amount. Okay, so we'll discuss about the question and answers. So if you want to discuss for one-to-one, let's discuss it first, and then I will discuss about chat related questions.
Hi, Prasad. Hi, Prasad. Yeah, this is Prem. So I have a couple of questions. That is that this RPA will act as a separate server other than this S/4HANA box or the ECC box?
Yeah, so as such, there is no requirement for any additional server. Okay, so whatever SAP is offering, that I'm going to teach in the course, so you don't have to worry about additional server. And let's say, are you from SAP background? I hope you're.
Yeah,
since you're asking.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so if you have, if you want to develop any case related to, let's say, on-premise HANA, S4 HANA, something like that. Okay, and if you have access to development server or sandbox, then you can develop cases there also. But from RPA point of view, you don't need any separate system.
Oh, okay, the same server, even ECC also fine, right? We can implement this RPO, right?
Yes,
RPA, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And one more additional question, that how it is. So we have an ECC. So right now I'm working in a ECC side project. So now there is all batch jobs running in the back end. So we are scheduling it on maybe a daily basis, or maybe 1 hour once or 2 hours once. We have so many jobs we are scheduling in the background.
Right.
How is that related to that jobs RPA?
So what you are doing right now is the basic automation. Okay. So what basic automation is, you are automating and uploading the data, something that, and that is what you are scheduling, right?
Yeah, I'm scheduling because there are jobs, because there are some process steps we automated. I mean that there is no manual intervention to the post-coach issue or GR. In that case, system is, we scheduled that program because the default programs are there in this in SAP. So
Right.
we scheduled it in a particular time duration, and every 5 minutes once this job need to be run.
Will
So
be
whenever
triggered.
the request come into picture, then obviously the job will run. Then this will be PGI, post goods issue will be done automatically.
Yes.
Those kind of things
Yes.
is happening around in the back end.
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
how this RPA is related to that jobs? How it is?
Yes. So what you are doing is the basic automation. RP is the advanced form of that particular automation. How is it advanced? You are not just limited to SAP now. You can connect to other systems also, and in the cloud. Okay, you are taking help of cloud. So all the services are available in the cloud. So you can connect a non-SAP system also. So if you want any data from non-SAP system, see right now in your system, you cannot connect to non-SAP system, right? You cannot download email, right? You cannot read PDF and get data from there and then upload or schedule. Yeah, right.
See, obviously this, we are, because there is a separate, we don't have a inbuilt transportation system. So transportation system is handled by the third party vendor. So whereas now whenever we send any data from SAP, obviously then they will send some shipment data. So back to SAP system. So whereas how system will allow to extract that data from the TMS system in through when we use this RPA, because we don't have control on that party system. So how it could be, because they also should accept this kind of things, right?
Yeah.
Then only we can extract.
Right. So when we talk about within SAP ecosystem, that is something called as cross licensing. Okay, so if it is within SAP system, then you don't require cross licensing. That means if you are getting data from, let's say, success factor, and if you want to upload it into SAP, let's say on-premise system, you don't need that. But if you are accessing, let's say, Microsoft Azure or maybe some other let's say CRM tool, and from there, if you want to get the data, then that customer has to pay that cross licensing cost. Okay, so that it is like that.
Now, if customer, okay, if customer or if they need to pay, that means then we are going to implement. Then why should they pay that amount, licensing cost?
See, you are going to provide the service. You are going to automate the cases, but data will come from third party, right? Third party. See, if let's assume that if the case is like you are getting data from Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce is totally different system, right? It is not SAP system. It is available in the cloud, but it is, and you want some data from there. Maybe if your customer related data you want it, and you want to store into SAP system. Let's say your S/4HANA system. Okay, so what you will do, you will automate that particular case for your customer. Okay, but when you will productionize that particular system, that time that customer, see, finally customer is going to buy your system, right? So when they will buy your system, that means they will get data from third party and they will be storing that data into SAP. So two different applications they will be connecting, and for that cross licensing cost they have to pay, and it is universal.
Okay. You mean to say that both the, SAP system as well as that the third party system, both should be get the license, right, to automate both the sides?
Yeah, that is called for cross licensing fees actually.
Cross licensing.
Yes. So, but if you are getting data from within SAP softwares like SuccessFactors, iRPA, then you don't need that. And
No,
that is the advantage you get with SAP iRPA.
Okay, you mean to say if we got a cross licensing license, then obviously you mean to say that we can extract and we can control that third party system, we can extract the data?
Right. So if
through
you
RPA?
Yes, so through RPA, and if you are working with SAP iRPA and you are connecting to other SAP system, then you don't need that. But if you are working from UIPath, let's say if you are working in UIPath and you want to access SAP system, then you have to pay to SAP to get the data or to store the data.
Okay, but still because we are not connecting directly to the third party system. We have one more system in the middleware system will be there. So we directly get the cross licensing system. Definitely it should get middleware as well as the end system, third party system.
Yeah, so it depends system to system or company to company. If they have such cross licensing fees, then you have to pay. Otherwise, you don't have to pay.
Okay, if we implement this RPA, then the batch of schedule in the backend, that is not at all required.
See, you can schedule it also, or you can start manually also. Both are possible. So batch processing also one part of the job only, RPA job, you can say.
Oh, okay, that is also part of RPA, right?
Yes, yes. You can imagine RPA is the advanced version of automation what right now you do. But
Okay.
what advantage you get with RPA is you can connect to artificial intelligence and machine learning systems.
Okay.
And also to cloud. So if I tell you to connect to, let's say, SAP UIPath related skills, it's not possible with existing automation tools.
Okay. So this is nothing but the same batch jobs only, because what we are doing it currently scheduling and all. But the advantage is that we can connect with the multiple systems, and also we can connect with the AI and whatever the cloud and all those stuff, right?
Yeah. So batch job is a part of, you can say, RPA system.
Part
it's not
of
complete RPA, because RPA has other advantages also. So it can smartly read your emails also.
Oh, okay.
It can smartly it can also read images also. If there are text on images, if you, let's say if you have quotation, you have received quotation, right? And you have scanned that particular quotation and you have uploaded to your system. That scanned quotation also RPA can read.
Oh, okay. Even email, business users email also it will read, and
yes. Emails it can read. It can download all those emails. It can read the email content. It can send emails also.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, already it is there. Email, we can, if any reports are sent and weekly once, if it's scheduled, automatically this will send the number of business users, and obviously they will get that report at all.
Right.
Okay, this is kind of advanced one, right? RPA.
Yeah, advanced one, and you can say a lot of things are required. Not just this, you can also connect to external APIs.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is not the capacity of your standard automation.
Any coding is involved in backend? No, so many codings need to be required.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
No, how the coding part is there? A lot of coding part is there for this one?
No, it's not required. See, it is low. See, it is. I'm not saying no code is no. It's not completely no code. It is low code and no code. Low code, but low code is how much that I'll be teaching in the course itself. With that also you'll be able to learn. So it is not extensive coding, something like that.
Oh, okay.
But you can achieve extensive coding if you want custom extreme. You have something custom extreme customization, that also you can achieve.
Okay, if I want to connect the RPA, log on to RPA, that is a separate system, right? Configuration and all. I need to go into SPRO and all the configuration will be there. Is that right?
No. RPA service are based on cloud.
Based on cloud.
And based on cloud in the sense BTP, Business Technology Platform, which is SAP's platform.
SAP's platform.
So that we are going to learn in this course first.
What cloud it is? What kind of cloud it is?
So it is private also, it is public also, it is hybrid also.
No, there is no specific cloud, right? Because there are so much of clouds in the market available. No, so is that a separate?
They have tie-up with them. SAP has tie-up with them. So, for example, Microsoft Azure, then you have Google Cloud, right? Alibaba Cloud. So
okay, then that is different. So whenever we do, do the start implement this RPA, so automatically it will connect with only SAP Cloud. But they might have different, connections between in the backend. So that's
but it is not our automation actually.
Okay. So simply we can say it as a SAP Cloud. They may connect to each and everything.
Exactly.
They may connect with Azure or Amazon or whatever.
See, right? services are available on different infrastructures. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So as a BTP, it is, you can say, platform as a service.
Okay. Platform as a service.
Yeah. Okay. So using that platform, you can develop various bots or various applications.
Okay.
And you can integrate various SAP or non-SAP applications together, cloud or on-premise.
Okay. Do you have? Can you show any of the configuration path or something? Maybe in the in normal ECC, where can we find any transaction code or anything to see RPA?
No. See, RPA is different. From RPA, we are going to connect to ECC.
Okay.
RPA will be one of the cloud services.
Cloud services.
Yes, available on business technology platform, BTP platform.
Okay.
So
okay.
using that service, we are going to develop various bots. The bots will connect to ECC, S/4HANA system, on-premise or on cloud, or some other applications, maybe Office Suite.
Okay.
Microsoft Teams, you can connect.
Okay.
Like a Fiori app library, when we are connecting the Fiori app library, there are
Okay.
applications of things.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking in a configuration, the functional
No,
side.
No.
But it is not. It is a kind of a service we need to create. Okay.
Yes.
The service is already there. You have using that service, you can develop various bots, and then you can connect to whatever configuration is there in your SCC system.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. Then we have to connect, right? Okay.
Prasad,
Yes.
as per your discussion, I was listening. There is a no need of then PIPO or any interface, third-party interface. If we are using iRPA, I have put up one question here. If you wanted to fetch employee data, attendance data from third-party system, there is a punching and punch out. We generally create the custom interface. Okay.
Right.
And through that, we are uploading the data. So through iRPA, we don't need to do that part, right?
Now there are two parts. If you want to connect to your custom interface, you can do also that also. Or if you want to ignore that custom interface and straight away you want to take data from one system to another system or third-party system to SAP system, that is also possible.
Maybe I can
without that interface also. Depends on your requirement.
Prasad, I can answer to this question. So without interface, if you directly connect with that third-party system, so the data might be the XML from the target system. So whereas when it comes to SAP, then it might be IDOC. So how the conversion should be required, right? Then obviously that is third-party. I mean, middleware system will come into play, right?
No, see, it is like third-party. See, what this question is. Now they are taking data from third-party system, punch in and punch out, and they want to upload it into SAP. So the question is, they want no custom interface is required or it is required. That is what the question is. So see, if you have already developed this custom interface, that interface also you can automate. That is first option. Another option is if you do not have any custom interface, still from one system to another system you can get data and you can upload it to SAP.
Okay.
So for that, we need to ask this third party punching this attendance system to create the data in our format, which we wanted to upload.
That will be automatic. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Prasad, like in the custom interfaces, like we need this ABAP program and we have to schedule something, right? Write a program on. But in it comes to iRPA, we don't require that.
Can you just repeat it? ABAP interface you want?
No. Suppose, for example, if you want to extract some data from the third-party software and all, like custom interface, like we have to develop the ABAP programs, right, in between the SAP and the third party for the custom interface. So in the iRPA tool we use, we don't required any third-party interface or like ABAP programming. No,
ABAP program is totally different. See, ABAP program is somewhere you have to write a code, right?
Yes,
whether it is on-premise code or if you are working with on-cloud ABAP, maybe it is RESTful ABAP now. So you have to write code, but that is totally different. Okay, here what you are doing, you are creating robots, automatic process, or you can say automatic script, which you are developing it here. And with that, using that particular script, you can connect to third-party system, get data from here, and whatever the data is being fetched, that you can upload it to SAP. And it is not just like that. Various tasks related to that you can do it. If you want to scan something, if you want to download emails, you want to connect to SAP some cloud system. If there are multiple applications involved, you can synchronize everything together.
And one more thing, like suppose if you want to, you said right earlier, like we can upload GL data and we can update any field in that. So for that, we have so many in the like, we have LSMW, we have ECAT and stuff like these all will be replaced by this SAP iRPA comes into picture.
Yes, it is almost replacing when it comes to now RPA automation.
And one more thing, like suppose whatever it is, the interface or this LSMW and ECAT, like there are some steps involved, like in some point we have to like map the SAP tables to the Excel fields or something, whatever we have the file.
Yes.
So we have to know aware of this, like if some non-SAP people will come, like how they can, they have to learn all these like tables, like fields and everything.
No. What important is you have to understand the process. Okay. So even if you are mapping with the fields, see, being maybe you are from technical background, so you are mapping it. Okay. But finally, when you will hand it over to customer, why they should bother about the fields, right?
Yeah.
So they should only know the process which you want to automate. Right. So so there will be standard steps involved in automation. So there will be standard configuration which is there in the automation, so that you follow. And LSMW, see, since you know LSMW does not have a capacity to connect to third-party system like APIs.
Yes.
And you cannot connect to even SAP UIPath interfaces.
And one more thing, like in this course, like you are going to cover like workflows and both the chatbot creation, or we already use whatever the plugins are there for some workflows, those, or you can explain about this chatbot creation also.
So, I have one within this course, I take one additional session. In that, I explain how you can connect it. But workflow management is totally different service. Chatbot is again totally different service. So these are SAP products available as a service.
Okay. So for the chatbot creation and all, we have to pay separate, like if you're going to say I want to take that course, or it covered within this course?
No, it is not a part of course, but see, once I explain you about BTP, okay? So BTP is like platform where you have total 90 plus services available. That means, all these are products which are available as a service. iRPA is also one service, workflow is also one service, chatbot is also one service, kind of a service. Once you are aware how you can do work with BTP and BTP related service, then the world is open to you. It's an ocean. So like, then you have multiple things. Let's say if you want to see RPA, you already know during the course. After the course, if you want to connect to, let's say, you might be knowing CPI also, cloud platform integration, right? So if you want to connect to various other systems using CPI, you can work into that. If you want to learn workflow management, you can learn workflow management. If you want to work in chatbot, you can work in chatbot. If you want to learn blockchain, IoT, those services are also, it's an ocean actually.
Actually, like it's a chatbot creation comes into the picture, like it's some programming language we required, like in the UIPath or something like .NET or some basic skills. Like
no,
in this,
not required. In SAP, yes, it is again NC. Little bit coding required, but not expensive.
So if it is a little bit code required, that's what kind of programming we should know?
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Yes.
Okay.
But as a chatbot is not a part of course. But I'll be giving an overview of chatbot, how you can develop it.
Okay. Yes. And one more thing, like it's like if suppose UIPath is there, the tool is used like they extract all domains like finance data and telecommunications and something, and it's a free licensing tool, right? So when it comes to SAP iRPA, it is a free license, or we can use like same like the UIPath or something?
Yeah, so it is not something like nothing is free licensing. It is for demonstration and development point of view, it is only free licensing.
Okay.
So RPA also available like that.
Yeah, so we can use all the other applications also, not like within the SAP modules and SAP servers, like we can use for like UIPath, right?
UIPath also you can use, iRPA also you can use. But advantage of iRPA is, as I mentioned, cross licensing problem is less, and they have given a lot of libraries and provision. to connect to SAP systems.
Okay.
And
So, like in this course, like you will go like in the citizen developer point of view, right? With the or you will teach this JavaScript skills also to the in that what we required for this course.
see, as such, we don't need extensive coding. Citizen part of it I'll be teaching. But since your technical background, if you want to learn something extra, then in hands-on session we can take that. Consider that case.
Oh, thank you.
Got it, right?
Prasad, 1 second, Presh.
Yeah.
Do the certification.
Mhm.
Any program code or this learning in a learning hub, we do have some course code. So can you
Yes.
have that? So can you give me that course code so that I can just go through it in learning hub?
Yeah, so I'll send it. Recently, they have launched citizen development certification.
Also,
I think it is the cost is $200, something like that.
okay, so is it possible, Prasad, after this this demo, can you please share this recorded video to everyone? Because I joined just 20 minutes before only, so I lost the initial session.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm going to upload this on YouTube and I'll share it with everyone.
Hey Prasad, it's a separate certification or it includes in the SAP certifications? Like now right, this all 6 attempts or something in the exams are going on in the SAP, right? Like modules. So this iRPA certification is like within that SAP?
Yes.
What is the code for that?
I think SAP IRP 01 or 02. I don't recall right now.
I didn't see anything like I searched a
IRPA.
lot of it. Like we have like some iRPA 2.0 something is there, but I don't see any like certification code or something.
I think it is IRP 2.0. But for citizen developer, they have recently launched certification.
Citizen developer, they have the separate one?
Yes. And certification fee is $200, something like that. As I have heard.
It's a separate thing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pay $200, something like that. I don't know exactly. The fee, I don't know exactly.
No, but code we want actually. We search like something and I didn't find like we have this IRPA 2.1 or something that's a version, but I didn't see in the any SAP site or somewhere this certification code or something.
See, there are this is part of extension suite basically. So you have various certification available in extension suite, and IRP 02 is there. I think.
Can you share like?
I'll share in the email. I'll send email to you. YouTube link I'll share this.
Yeah, because
session YouTube link.
We can cover like
yes.
Suppose we need any guidance or something parallelly.
Yes.
We can cover in the
even after the course. If you are going for that certification, I'll help you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, Prasad, I'm dropping up. We'll connect later.
Yes, for sure. Yes. So there are some questions in the chat box also. So do you provide placement assistance? Yes, I do provide. Then there is question from Pawan Kumar. Hi Prasad, could you please share this full video? I need to drop off now. Yes, I'm going to share. We'll continue here after some time and get back to you. Thank you. Okay.
Hey Prasad, I have a question. Can I interrupt you?
Yeah, sure.
What are the timings like in the EDT time? Like is a morning or evening, the weekday and weekend sessions?
So for you, EDT in the sense like what is the time right now?
Now it's 8:25.
8:25. So approximately for you, it will be afternoon time.
Afternoon. Like you tell me, like you are from India, right?
Yeah. So morning in India, IST time it is 8 to 9.
8 to 9 a.m. or p.m.
AM.
8 to 9 a.m. means for me it's a night actually.
It's night. Okay.
Yeah,
So what time it is then? 9:30 around?
9:30 or 10, I think. So it's 8 means like 9, 10, it's 10:30.
It's 10:30. Okay. So
Yeah,
it is 8 to 9 actually.
Okay, 8 to 9 in the Indian time, right?
Indian time, right?
So, and what about on the weekends?
Weekends it is 8 to 10.
In the morning, okay?
Morning, yes.
Okay, you're just like, let's see, I'll see this because it's a bit hard time for me. It's a daylight saving time. It's a 10:30 to 11:30. Let me check and I contacted you before also regarding
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll check.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So I'm also coming to the same time zone, EST.
Okay.
Okay. So, but for me, 8 o'clock is 9, 10, 10:30, same. Then again, it is
9:30,
10:30.
right?
10:30.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, 10:30 exactly.
10:30 to 11:30. Yeah, it's 8 to 9.
10:30
Yeah.
right. So many people are from US have joined this. Okay, I think it's the same time, 10:30, right?
It's possible like you can start before like a 7, 8 means like it's 9 to
Just 1
10
hour.
or
Maybe a half an hour we can check, but it is for Indian people, it is very early.
Instead of 8, maybe 7.
I'll check. See, I'll check. Once I got all the enrollments, that time I'll check what we can do about time.
Okay. Prasad also share the SAP course code. Okay, so that we can look into that certification course code.
Right. That I'll share it to you. And I know during the course, every day I record the session. Okay, and I share with all the participants so that you can practice it later also.
That's more or less, yeah, that's required.
Yeah. So let's again back to chatbot. Chat Windows question. Please share the record video. Yes, I'm going to share. Is that full coding required? It's not. Okay. For course fee, I have already discussed. It is 15,000, but you can enroll it by paying 1,000 rupees, and before starting the course, you can pay the rest of the amount. In the business point of view, what are the prerequisites for RPA? As such, there is no prerequisite. Will it work on ECC? Yes, it will. Only for S4HANA, it will work for all the systems. There is no condition for that. I think it works on both. Yes, okay. Will it implement in a separate box, then connect with SAP? So as I mentioned, you don't require a separate box for this. If you already have any box, you can practice it. But from RPA point of view, you don't need any additional system. How is this course helpful for SAP basis consultant? See, for basis consultant, there are a lot of advantages. First one is now unit 1, which I'm going to teach is BTP. I'm going to teach how you can set up this BTP platform from administrative point of view. So for any basis consultant, it is useful. Secondly, from RPA point of view, any RPA project requires basis help. That means infrastructure help. So for that also, like basis consultant are part of RPA team. So in that case also, it is useful to you. So that's the answer to your question. Okay.
So we can practice it in a normal SAP box itself, right?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
No, can we practice it in a normal SAP box itself, or do we need
Yes.
special access?
See, as such, from RPA point of view, everything will be working in the cloud itself. Okay, but we will, if you want to connect to S4HANA on-premises system, ECC system, you can connect to any system. It is independent of system.
Oh, okay. So any system we can practice it, right?
Yes, you can practice it.
All right. Okay. No need to get the server access from you or some other vendors, right?
No. If you want, you can take it, but as such, it's not required.
Okay, fine. Yep, thank you.
How is this useful to SAP functional module like MMW? See, all MMW, EWM consultants, they can learn. That is what citizen development is. Okay. So yeah, so that is
my question. I already get it, clarified with you.
Right. See, basically, aim of SAP is now to turn functional consultant technical, little bit technical. Okay, so they can work as a techno-functional, but they don't call it techno-functional. It is now new word is citizen development. So you have domain expertise, and additionally, you can also develop application in SAP.
What is the new word? What is it?
Citizen developer.
Oh, okay.
Is this useful to SAP security consultant? Yes, it is useful. Already 2-3 SAP security consultants have already done courses. Okay, I can also connect you to them. during the course are the classes will record? Yes, for all of the classes are going to record. I'm going to share them with all the participants. Why iRPA can be fetch employee attendance data from third party? Yeah, already answered. Are you going to share recording of the? Yes, I'm from BW background. How this course is useful to me. See, it is irrespective of your background. The main point is you can automate various business cases, and if you have certain from certain domain, you already know what things you can automate. Okay, so those cases you can definitely automate. I think no other question after this. So anyone, any questions other than this?
For that RPA software practicing iRPA, is it easily available to download and install into the machine, or we need any license software? Need a
Yes.
license for that?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, trial version is already there, offered by SAP, available for 1 year. So that we are going to use.
Okay.
So you don't have to download anything. See, there are two versions available. One is on-premise version and one is cloud. We are going to learn mainly cloud version because that is what SAP is also giving importance.
Okay. And what about the study materials? Is that provided?
Yeah, so whatever study material is required, that I'm going to provide. So I mean, soft copy.
Yes, of course.
So trial version in the sense where we are going to learn the trial version, where we are going to access.
Yeah, you don't have to download anything. We are going to access through cloud.
Okay. So even in the same way, how you are connecting with the cloud, whether I can able to connect through any server?
Yes.
Okay. That's what my question. Okay, fine.
I think there is one more question in the chat window.
But you are going to explain how we need to connect with the trial version?
Yes, end to end.
Okay, fine.
So
thanks.
see, it is not just RPA I'm going to teach. It is also along with that BTP, and that is prominent platform of SAP now. See, any company, those who are transforming their business from on-premise to cloud, they have to buy BTP license. Okay, so BTP is now essential. If you are going for cloud, BTP is essential. So that you are going to learn in the course.
Oh, this is mandatory then, obviously, whenever the business move to cloud platform, am I right?
Yes, it is mandatory now. BTP, Business Technology Platform, is the main platform now of SAP.
Okay. Also share all the technological terms which is associated with this RPA, so that we can easily relate. Okay?
Maybe I'll share course content.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Right.
Thanks, Prashant. I'm dropping off. Okay.
Yes, but you understood, right?
Yeah, I got it. I got all the points. Yeah, exactly. You share, but you keep this WhatsApp. I mean, this group, and you can we can connect, touch base with the this one, even email or WhatsApp or whatever it is. Okay.
Right. So my WhatsApp number is already there, which is there on the screen right now. So you can connect me one-to-one. And if you have any further question, we can definitely discuss it.
Okay.
The course is going to start from 10 June. Okay. Any other questions from anyone?
Only one question from me again.
Yes,
so we have already that there are jobs in the batch jobs in the backend. We have scheduled it, and if I am planning to implement this one, then do I need to stop all those existing one, and I can go ahead with the RPA all full and fully, or else let it be that the existing one, then one by one I can implement through RPA.
Yes, step by step. Depends on your customer's requirement, but step by step.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Prasad. That's all from my side. All the questions. Great. Okay. I'm just going to drop off. Okay.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Anyone? Any questions? Yeah.
Hey, Prasad, I'm good. Like one more question. Like, suppose if you teach like how to connect to this BTP cloud platform and everything, like after the course over also like we can use the trial version, right?
Yes. After the course also.
It's not like SAP ECC how we can take the access for 3 months or 4 months, or after that we have to pay again like that, or trial version we can keep like
for a year.
Okay. Okay. So
And
I'm
in that case, please don't
Hmm.
mention it anywhere, but in that case also I'm going to show you some tricks how you can extend it.
Okay, fine. I'm good like that. I'll connect to this WhatsApp. Like if you any time changing with like before 1 hour, or you can adjust, like it's helpful for us.
1
Like,
hour is little difficult, but I'll check once I got all the requirement. I'm sorry,
sure,
enrollments, sorry.
Okay.
That time we
Okay.
can say, I'll discuss with everyone, those who have enrolled,
Oh,
and then we
okay,
can
I'm
mutually
leaving.
we can decide sometime.
Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a very nice demo.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you much.
bye.
Hi, Prasad. This is Damodar.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. I was searching the consecutive IDs that
Uh,
we can
the-
upload.
your voice is not clear to me.
Hello.
There is some noise around it. There is an echo actually.
Hello.
Yeah, can you speak again?
Actually, I was in traveling.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. So, can you type your question in chat window? I can answer.
Okay. Okay.
I think he has left only. No issue. So, any other questions, or we can, we can drop off. So please do contact. The number is there, and one-to-one we can discuss. Thank you, everyone. Bye, guys.